Hello and welcome back to our Dominions 5 Let's Play Poorly, our derptorial. We are continuing here as Regin, the god of Ulm. There was a battle in Pania here. Let's take a look. That's the forces of Arcocefale. They got just absolutely reamed. Our war dogs got eaten up though, and then our defense did pretty good. So let's view that battle just so we can. We may have even watched it the last time. I'm not sure, but. Gotta remember to turn on these bits for what we find interesting here. Okay. Let's see. There goes our war dogs. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing this last time. I remember thinking that they looked like sheep. I mean, they are going ham on the bad guys. Yeah, we're just losing them like they're fodder. They are not advancing. Those war dogs definitely kick ass. And then they're fleeing. Yeah, we're doing okay. Let's exit there and get back into our game. Alright, so what were we doing last time? We were figuring out... Clodomir here is our sneaky dude. Let's have him take a look at some things. That's us. This is also that. That's us there. Where are we? Who are we? What's going on? That's us there. I've been playing an Arcos playthrough separately, and so I got confused for a second there. So we want to check these guys out because they're down here. We've already killed their god, so they're pretty freaking angry. Gunter, what are you? What are you, Gunter? Remember, you right-click to bring up your info here. Gunter, the Master Mason. Okay, so he's going to be a builder. We need to send him out. We're going to send him out and have him reinforce our little zones here. So he's going to go to Giant's Rest, and then he's going to build. Now we've got these guys defending in Pania. Do we have anything that we can... No, these guys we've already looked... Everybody here has already looked in Pania. The people who have this level of mage skills. Level 5 Fire Mage is searched. Earth Mage and Priest. Alright, but now we need to continue to push south. We have the advantage of having a really strong Dominion level. If you let this weaken, it becomes a problem because then your scales start to turn away from you. They stop being stop fitting what you have preferred for your god and for your dominion. So we will probably be best off going down to the Black Peaks here, or maybe just Silvermark. Take out Silvermark here and use that as our jumping off point. So let's see what we're going to do. We have an army setup option here. We've got 84 units. We are very low on war dogs. We've only got 4 of them now because they got chewed up. So maybe we need to figure out what we're recruiting. So this is repeating the recruitment of these crossbowmen. Let's see what we've got. We've got a whole bunch of crossbowmen here. How about we switch this by resetting the recruitment, switch it over to war dogs. Just because it's hilarious. Because they look like little sheep on the battlefield. They cost 7. So if we overage by 3, the next turn, 3 will be used up immediately to do the rest of that. So now, do we have any armies in here that we want to move? These are all researchers, and Gunter is going to go building. So we don't have anybody who can pick up our armies. And that's one of the things that you have to kind of keep an eye on when you're playing, is that if you want your armies to move, you need a commander in that space. So you need to either bring a commander over and back, or create a commander to do that specific move and then join. Or another option, which again, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but another option is to have a guy that you use to just transport armies everywhere. So we're going to do this Commander of Ulm. I'm just going to put him together. I'm actually going to go ahead and... yeah, these guys aren't going to build because we're going to get this commander first. So we'll just get this guy. And these guys are going to go over to Silvermark. And I think that's everybody. So we hit E to continue. Research and conjuration is completed. One of our guys died on the march, and there was a battle. We lost a couple of war dogs and a black pikeneer. Okay, but their forces got wiped out pretty much. Let's take a look at our research. Our queue is empty now. So remember, what you can do with each of your mages, depending on what you're trying to do, will depend on the level of your magic school. So all of these with this pentagram are rituals, which can only be done when you're in a province with a lab, and they take a month to do, and so they're not done on the battlefield, they're just done as part of an action, say, with this guy, cast ritual spell. On the other hand, the ones that don't have the ritual symbol are battlefield spells. A lot of summoning and so forth in the conjuration and so on. And of course, this here is the level of the magic, the level of the mage that you need in order to cast a particular spell. So you would need a level 2 nature mage to cast the Killer Mantis spell as a ritual spell. Or a level 1 water mage to summon a water power during a battle. This one requires a level 2 fire and a level 1 nature mage combined, as one mage to summon the fire ants as a ritual. And as you go down the list, of course, as the levels go down, you get different options. Now, one thing to be aware of is that just because it's a higher level doesn't mean it's going to take a higher level mage. For example, level 4 has a level 1 water spell in the alteration school and a level 1 astral. So just because it's a higher level magical school doesn't necessarily mean it's going to require a higher level mage. However, the higher level magic with the higher level mage requirements are all down at the bottom at the higher levels. But even here at level 8, you still can do stuff with 2-level death mages and 2-level water mages. So let's go ahead and maybe add some alteration. We are earth guys, so we could probably do some of these, and then down here we could do some of these. So let's do 2 levels of alteration. How about thaumaturgy? That's got a far strike, which opens a rift in space and strikes through it with a fist as hard as steel. It's got a range of 50, and the strength of the caster adds to the damage of the spell. So that's pretty decent. Requires earth and astral, though. Iron Will down here in level 3 requires only 1 earth. Iron Will, caster strengthens the mind of some soldiers. Their ability to resist magic is increased for the duration of the battle. This spell cannot be cast on mindless beings. It's kind of like a bless, but doesn't require a priest, and it doesn't require a sacred unit as a target. So that might be worthwhile to go up. Let's see what we've got: fire, we've got air, and we've got earth gems. We're mostly earth gems. You can see again, this is the requirement. So we have fire, and we have air. So this lesser air elemental we could theoretically do, but the Call of the Wilds we'd need a lot more. And we could definitely do some earth ones. The thaumaturgy doesn't really require any at level 1, but I don't think we have any mages that are super good in these. Let's take a look. So we want to look at our roving band, really. It's really just Theodoric, who's got 1 earth, and Regin, who's got fire and earth. That's really it. So thaumaturgy only gets us fire at level 2 with the bonds of fire. Shackles of fire will trap the victim of this spell. So, I don't know. Thaumaturgy isn't really going to be good for us, for the Ulmic people. But so we'll just go with the alteration level 1 and then level 2. From there. Now we are here. We're going to go ahead and add some defense. And then we're going to go up to Ulm, and we've got Ratchus. Ratchus is just a dude. He doesn't really have any fancy skills. But what we are going to use him for is to transport our crossbowmen and our war dogs. And we're going to send him down towards Silvermark. These guys, meanwhile, we'll hold them here. Search for magic sites. So these 2 guys are going to search. Gunter is this guy here. He's going to construct a building. We're going to have him build a palisade. It's going to take him 4 months, but that'll hold us off against his gray barrier guys here. This guy is defending. Can he construct anything? He can construct a palisades, but I want to tie him up for 4 months, so I will wait until my Master Mason is done and have him come down here. This guy can also construct buildings. He can do also just a palisades. Witterick is going to be the same. These 2 guys can search. Now, I could have him build a lab or a temple. And this guy can build a lab. He can't build a temple because he is the god himself. He can't build his own temples, I guess. He's not technically holy, right? He's not a priest. He's not blessed, so he can't build temples. But he could build a lab, but I wanted to actually have them search for magic sites. So those guys are fine. Clodimir, will have him go check out Asanon. And move on. 3 commanders are doing nothing, but we know that. We're fine. Research is done. Nothing was found in magic sites, but there was a battle in Silvermark. What happened here? Oh, they attacked us. But we beat the crap out of them. So now, because they're attacking, they're on the left. There goes Regin firing his spells off there. Oh yeah, they're done. Is he actually going to get away? I think he does, actually. Oh, he might make it. Yep, he made it. All right. Well, we probably killed him on the map there. All right, we're done. Now, Ratchus here. This is the guy, remember, who is just taking our guys over. So we're going to take him, bring him down to Silvermark. Now, these guys are done. They didn't find anything. But I'm going to hold off here 1 more turn, and I'm going to have this guy preach the teachings of God. Because what that will do, you can see here, preaching will increase the dominion strength in the current province. The dominion strength can be increased to a maximum equal to twice the level of the priest, +1 if a temple is present. You can see here it's got 3 candles right now. So we want to boost it because we're right on the edge of our dominion, and we kind of want to expand. Our unrest is going down because we have the defenses up. Clodimir is here. He's checking this out. Looks like there's a monastery of Lig. Master Light Lig. Decreases unrest. We can buy priests and high priests here. Now here, Regin, let's have that one, the god, build a lab. That way we'll be able to do things lab related here, which is going to be things like ritual magic, which we can't do until we have a lab, or moving magic items over. But we don't have any magic items right now. But you know what might be nice is to start making some magic items. So, ooh, we've got some more war dogs. Wow. Okay, let's turn off war dog time, and let's get ourselves somebody who can build us some magic stuff. This is the Master Smith, and that's going to be his thing. He has a resource bonus and a forge bonus. He's a mundane researcher, which means we don't have to worry about drain scale. And you can see here, there is a drain level of 1 in our province, but we set that up at the beginning of the game because we knew that our guys don't worry about drain when they're making stuff. So we're going to make 2 Master Smiths. It's going to take 1 this turn and 1 next turn. You can see there because he's a little bit darker. I'm going to exit that. You know what, though? Actually, maybe we should also get some more recruits here. How about some Pikeneers? They were cool. Yeah, that'll work. These guys are all researching. They're already on alteration level 1 now. As you can see, we now have access to all of these, which is going to include these 3 earth spells, which are all battle spells, not rituals. So they will be usable in battle. And who can use them? Theodoric can use them. Well, that means it's about time to change out what his attack plan is. Because now he can cast Fists of Iron and Earth Grip, and Flying Shards if he wants to. But I'm gonna let Regin do all that stuff. Theodoric is a bully. He likes getting in down and dirty. So let's see here. What does Fists of Iron do? Enchants his hands, transforming them into pistons, able to strike down even the largest of foes. Lasts 1 round, and the targeted unit must be in reach. So we aren't going to use that at the beginning because he's going to be too far away. Earth Grip orders the earth to swallow a single target. If the target is affected, he will be unable to move unless he succeeds in breaking free. Well, I think that might be a good thing to put down. Just 1. If he's close enough. But he's probably not to start with. So let's go ahead and move his location. So he's right here. Let's bring him up closer. There we go. He's a badass, right? You are a badass, aren't you? He's got some weapons. He's dual wielding here, and he's got the magic bracers. And he's got these boots of giant strength. He's pretty nice. Okay, so now we've got 1 more turn. Wait for this guy to come down. Clodomir is hiding. Send him over to Eric's. And next turn. Nothing happened in this turn, which is fine. But now down here in Silvermark, Ratchus has arrived. So let's go and take all of the stuff out of Ratchus, put it down somewhere. Theodoric has a whole bunch of crossbowmen, and he can hold 180. You can see here. He can hold 3 squads and 180 units. And he can lead up to 5 magic beings. So 180 living units and 5 magic beings, and he can't do any dead guys. And Theodoric and his units require 41 supplies. And you can see this is the supply usage for the armies that are here. So these guys don't have battle orders. I should probably give them battle orders, huh? But before we do that, let's go ahead and put our war dogs somewhere. Now they're undisciplined, so they're going to need to go into their own thing. So let's go and put them with Gelimer. There we go. Undisciplined, so they're just going to skirmish like over there. These Pikeneers, let's have them hold an attack so they won't immediately rush in. Have them in a line formation, like maybe behind the war dogs. Put Gelimer. What's Gelimer like? Yeah, he's got a lance, Morningstar, and he's got those hooves. He's a Black Lord, so he's a rough and tumble type of guy. So we're going to go put him right behind his Pikeneers. And we're going to set his battle orders to attack. And we're going to have him attack... Ooh, maybe attack enemy archers. I don't know. Is that a good idea? Who knows? Not me. Now, these guys, the Black Plate Infantry, let's have them do an attack. And let's have them go after... Well, have them also go after the enemy archers. We're going to put them in a box formation over here. And we're going to put Theodoric behind them with the order to attack also the archers. That seems like a good plan, right? Yeah, why not? Churn, however, why is he not doing... Oh, he's just got his little dinky hammer. He's still very small. Ratchus, however, because he's got nobody, we're going to send him back. We're going to send him back up to Ulm. So he can collect the guys that are here. All these war dogs and these pikeneers. Now, up here, we've got Theodoric. Theodoric is our new forger. He's going to build some magical items. What can he do? Firebola he can't do because that's going to cost fire magic level 1 and it costs 5 fire. So this guy only does 1 fire and 2 earth. But we've only got 5 fire. I don't know. I don't know if that's a great idea. But they've got this Wand of Wildfire. That costs way too much. Can't do that. Burning Blades. What do we need, actually? Let's see. What does Churn have and need? Whoops. He's got nothing. So he could use pretty much anything would be good for him, right? Especially maybe a shield. A better shield to improve his defensive skill. And maybe armor of some sort. So let's go back to our Theodoric. We can do some greater magic items here. Cost 10 and 5. Ooh, okay, we could do that. That's a very high protection. The defense skill penalty is much lower. Or we could do the Golden Hoplon, which only costs 10 fire, which we don't have. So we can't do that. But this one partially protects from fire. Anyone who strikes the surface of the shield will find the immense heat of the shield will instantly pass through his weapon and into his body, causing extreme pain. I like that. Let's build one of those. Clodomir is here. Let's go back to Asanon and head east around the back here. We're defending, so now it's time to send them somewhere. 117 guys, because we got these war dogs and the other guys, the crossbowmen. Let's go. Ooh, the Grey Barrier. We've choked them off. And they've only got 50 units. They've got Lobo Guards and heavy cavalries. You know what? Let's go ahead and change out the attack archers option here. And let's go to enemy cavalry. So they'll go straight for the cavalry. Yeah, I think we're good. There we go, to the Grey Barrier. And we're done. Research and alteration is completed. You can view the research here. You can see now we've got alteration level 2 and the research queue is empty. Do we want enchantments? Level 1, level 2 gives us flying shield, but we need air for that. We don't have air. Yeah, enchantment's not good for us. Let's go do some more construction. Let's get a couple more levels of that. An event has occurred in Grey Barrier. We've got some gold. And there was a battle. How did we do? War dogs, again, taking the front of it. Everybody else is doing some major damage there. These forces got wiped out. These guys got hurt. So let's view that battle. That's us attacking, so we're on the left. So most of our mounted guys and these guys are going after the cavalry, right? Because we ordered them to do that. And the war dogs are going to go wherever they want to because they're undisciplined. They'll attack whatever they feel like. These guys are backing up so that they can keep kiting the enemy. Oh, they went back. They backed up because of this guy. Who is this guy? He's just a heavy cavalry who got ahead somehow. Oh, and now the rest of these guys are running. And they are routed, and they are heading out. All right. Let's exit here. Gunter is finishing up the palisade here. We can see how far we have to go by just clicking back in. One more month. Gray Barrier is done. Now, let's go ahead and search for magic sites. Now, if you recall from, I don't know what episode it was, if you have everything selected, if you have a bunch of guys selected, and you give one of them a command that multiple of them can do, all of the other ones will do that same command. Obviously, the ones who cannot will not. Let's go ahead and add some defense. Oops, that's not the button I wanted. Okay, so Theodoric has finished making that thing. Now we've got Ernst over here, too. He's a new guy. We need a lab. So actually what I'm going to do is I am going to construct a lab with Regin first, so that next turn we can transfer the new armor, or the new shield over to Churn here. Because you can only transport items across two provinces that have labs. So this guy can now build something again. Do we want to build another shield? Can we build another shield? We probably cannot, because it requires 5. We only have 3. What about some of this? Helmet of Heroes takes 5. That's, I'm sure, going to take, 25. We could try some lesser magic items. Nope. That could do it. Repels hostile magics. I'm not super worried about that. This is also fire plate. Elemental armor requires 5. So yeah, we're very limited right now. We need to get some fire gems and right quick. But we can make some earth boots. More powerful than earth magic. We can give that to Theodoric. Right? We want to give that to Theodoric, probably. Theodoric. Oh no, we give it to Regin. Right? Doesn't have any boots. Let's give it to him. So we're going to go find this guy here. Forge a magic item. He's going to make earth boots. And now Ernst, who's also the same level. Brimstone. Nope, can't make those. What about some trinkets? Salt. Girdle of Might. Yes. Okay, that'll be cool. Strength +3. Give that to Churn. Give him something to do. So we're forging now these 2 items here. Clodomir. Let's have you go over there and check them out. We're up here. We're pretty safe here, I think. If they've got water, they can cross over. If they have the access to, like, they have the ability to go do water. Well, actually, these aren't even. These are independents. These guys aren't going to be moving around trying to kill us. But if Arcos tries to come up here, they'd have to have water passage to get across, which means that they'd have to have water units, and they'd have to have commanders that can do water. Now, sometimes they can just swim. Other times they can use items, but they would need to be able to cross the water here. Now, I believe in the wintertime they can actually cross regular, right? Possibly. Yes, because there's ice. So they can cross during the wintertime. But I'm not worried about that sector, that province at the moment. All right, let's see. Is there anything we want to build? We just have the Palisades, and we're going to build a lab. Theodoric, let's have you... No, we're going to have you do the magic sites, and we're going to have you build the lab. Okay. And I think we're good. Nothing found. And Palisades and Giant's Rest is completed, which means that our Gunter is done. He's built a Palisades. Have him build the next level, Fortress, in 2 months. Ratchus is back here. It's time for him to get more War Dogs and the Pikeneers. And we'll send him over to Great Barrier in 2 turns. We've got the 2 forgers, well, not forgers, the 2 smiths are done. So now, because we have a lab, I'm going to go ahead and search for magic sites with him. And he's done searching for magic sites. Let's go ahead and do magic items. So, the earth boots are going to go to Regin. Now, the only ones that are going to be listed here are the ones that are in provinces of labs. So, Regin is going to get those. Churn is going to get that. And Churn is going to get that. And now, Churn is a little bit more of a badass. He's got the charcoal shield. His defense is going to be better. Still got a hammer, but he's also got the Girdle of Might, which makes his strength go up. Strength +3. And what else has he got here? He's fire resistant, he's got a fire shield, he's got reinvigoration and experience. Excellent. I think that's where we're going to leave it for right now. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and work our way further south, maybe over to the Black Peaks. Who knows? See what we got. We still have to get Vath. 120 units over there. We might be able to pull that off now. We've got 106. We're going to get some more war dogs. They've been cannon fodder for us, but they've been working wonders. Holding the armies back is really what they're doing. So we're going to come over to Vath, I think, next up, and take this throne, which, note that every throne has its own special abilities. This one increases death, spreads Dominion. Dominion gets death +1, and it produces 3 death gems. So that's not great for us. But we also get the Academy of War, and if we enter that, you get combat training. You can put a guy into that site, and he gets XP. Yeah, so that's going to do it for us for right now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.